I'm starting off with my shoulders rounded. I'm showing posture of what shoulders rounded look like. Makes the chest collapse. So stand in Tadasana for a moment, but let your shoulders round a bit. And just notice how you feel like there's weight, like you can't really take a deep breath. So now bring your feet together and start to move your hips back over your ankles. And then lift your outer side chest. I'm showing with my thumbs what it looks like to lift the outer side chest up. Then I roll the shoulder tips back and then bring the arms to the side. And you can just notice how this posture looks like if you were to assign like an energetic quality or a word for how this posture looks versus the other one. And we're going to try to create this mobility so you can stand like this. So now separate your arms and your legs wide apart. And with your hands on your hips, fold forward just halfway. Put your fingertips on the floor. Start to create a flat back. And if it's difficult, I want you to put your hands on a block instead, or both hands on blocks. So here I'm trying to roll that outer side chest forward again. Roll your outer side chest forward. I'm showing even where the ribs are, the side ribs, the outer side ribs, roll them forward. At the same time, roll your shoulder tips back. Right in your upper spine, your thoracic spine, move that in towards the floor and then pull your heart forward. So it's like you're moving your upper back into a back bend. The more you do that, the more your neck will get funky and your belly will stick out. So lengthen through your low back and your neck. Draw your navel in. Again, roll your outer side ribs forward. Roll your shoulder tips back. Keep going for the movement. Each breath can get a little bit deeper. Now bring your hands to your hips and come on up to stand. Bring your legs back together. And now we're going to try a similar action in Tadasana. But this is going to address that shortness that happened or the tweak that happened in your neck and your low back when you're trying to move your upper back. So take a strap or a towel and put it right at the back of your skull like this. So we want to be gentle with the neck. Elbows go in. Start to make your upper back go into a back bend. So lift your outer side ribs, move your upper spine in. Right in your thoracic spine, start to move in and up. And the more you do that, you'll feel like start to make your chest look up and look up at the ceiling, but your neck will start to shorten. So now gently pull up with that strap or towel, whatever you're using, at the back of your skull. I'm using a t-shirt, that's working well. So that you get the feeling of like you're lifting your neck up off your buttocks. All right, now release that, stand in Tadasana. Raise your arms out to the side. Externally rotate your arms. Turn the palms up. Now lift through the outer side chest, move the upper spine in. Right in that thoracic spine, in and up, in and up. Now lift your outer side chest, keep going. Turn your triceps in towards each other. Keep lifting your chest like it's looking up at the ceiling. Press down into your heels, move your inner thighs back, buttocks out of your lower back. Now lengthen through your neck like when you were pulling. Join your palms together and push. Push the pinky finger side of the hand together and lift. Then bring your arms back to your side. All right, now separate your legs wide apart again for standing poses. You probably want to have a block for this one. We're going to do triangle pose to start off. Spread the arms wide. Turn your legs to the right. Turn the left leg in slightly. Turn the right leg all the way out. Reach out over your right leg and put your right hand on the block or on your shin or your ankle. I like the block for what we're going to do next. Spin your inner right thigh forward and hug your hip in. Push strong into your back heel. Put your top hand on your hip. Now we're going to create that same action. Roll your outer side ribs, chest forward. And now your right thick rib, that's like your first true rib. I was pointing to where it is. Move that forward. I'm moving it towards the screen. Move it forward, and at the same time, roll your right shoulder back. Now lift the side chest away from the hips. And then lengthen the neck like it's being pulled with that strap again. And maybe even the gaze as the chest turns up. First the chest, then maybe the gaze starts to look up towards the ceiling. Take the top arm up, complete the pose. Try not to sink in your chest. Keep lifting. Draw the navel in. Now come back up. Let's go to the other side. So have your block handy for the outside of your foot. Spread your arms. Turn the left leg all the way out, right leg in slightly. And now reach out all the way out over your left leg. Put your hand down. Inner left thigh spins forward, left hip hugs in, open up like you're up against a wall. Press firm into your back heel and bring your top hand to your hip. Now start to roll your outer side ribs and chest forward. Now move your left thick rib. I just pointed to it. Move that left thick rib. Move that in. I'm turning it, moving it towards the screen. And then at the same time, roll your left shoulder back so it doesn't come up around your ear. Now start to lift your chest so much and turn it, but keep your neck lengthened like it was being pulled, again, gently in that strap or towel. Take your right arm up, complete the pose. Draw the navel in so that you're not sinking into your low back. Push firmly into your back heel, and then come back up to stand. Turn your left foot in and bring your legs together. Stand in Tadasana for a moment, stand tall. So in those poses, there's a tendency to like round your back. Practice lifting your side chest here in Tadasana, but keeping your waist deep. When your side chest lifts, your waist will want to push out, or your belly will start to push out. So just keep it in. Separate your arms and legs wide apart. And now we'll go to half moon. Reach out over your right leg for triangle pose. Put your left hand on your hip. Get your opening here, just like we practiced on the last round. Now bend the knee and step up to balance. When you step up to balance, there's a tendency to let it all go. You'll like let your back round. You'll even turn your chest down to the floor. But instead, open up like your back was against the wall. You can even practice at home with your back against the wall. Now start to create the opening actions. So roll your outer side chest forward. Move your upper spine in. Move that right thick rib forward. As you roll your right shoulder back, turn your chest to the ceiling and maybe take your arm up if you're steady. Keep reaching strong through the back heel to help you to lengthen out. Bend your right leg. Take a big step back to triangle pose. Pause. Come back up to stand. Turn your legs to the other side. Turn the left leg all the way out. Reach all the way out over your left leg. Put your right hand on your hip. Open up. And now bend your left knee and step up for Ardha Chandrasana. Hug your left hip in for stability. We know we should do that. Once your left hip gets hugged in, open up like your back's against the wall. Move that left thick rib in, your first true rib, just above the floating ribs. Now roll your outer side chest forward and turn up. Keep the neck long. You feel that the neck wants to get short. Lengthen through your neck and through your low back. And now turn. Maybe take the arm up too if you're steady. Chest is open, back leg strong. Bend your left knee, step back to triangle pose. Take a breath there. Press into your feet and come back up to stand. Hop or step the legs back together and drop your arms to your side. All right, turn to the front of your mat again. And now we're going to practice Warrior One, working these same actions. Place the hands on the hips, step the left foot back, big step back. Legs about one of your the distance between your feet should be as long as one of your legs. With your hands on your hips, roll your shoulders back and open your chest like we've been practicing. I'm even using my thumbs. Feel the side chest lift as you start to bend your right knee. Keep the back leg strong. Spin your inner left thigh back. Now start to roll the chest up so much that it's like it's looking up. Take the arms up, just like Tadasana. We could practice reaching the arms, where you can do the same thing. So turn your triceps in towards each other as you lift. Make the biggest arc that you can with your arms. Big reach of your arms. Now move your upper spine right where I'm pointing with my thumb. Move that in and up off the buttock. Keep reaching. Now take the chest up to the hands. Look up at the hands, but keep the neck long. Join the palms together and push them up to the ceiling or the sky. Lift up, back leg strong, push into the back heel. Keep your lift. Now bend your right leg a little bit deeper. Good. Bring your arms back to your side. All right, now fold forward over your right leg. Breathe. So just let all that energy and heat from that last pose start to like balance out and cool down a bit. Step your back leg forward. Stand in Tadasana. Bring your hands to your hips and step your right foot back. So for me, I go about 3.5, maybe 4 feet apart. Back heel anchors. Hands on the hips, keeping the back leg straight. Start to bend the left knee over the ankle. Keep the outer side chest lifted. Don't let it drop. Roll your shoulder tips back. Now that you have the stance, take your arms out to the side. Turn your right ribs forward. Keep lifting the side chest. With the arms out to the side, turn the palms up, making the biggest arc you can with your arms. Start to reach up, but don't let your upper spine sink back. Already mine's sinking back. So lift up, move in and up with your upper spine, your thoracic spine from the back, move in and up. Keep lifting your heart up to your hands. Look up at your hands and join the palms together. Now push the hands up to the ceiling, elbows straight, lift up, pull your belly up. Keep lifting your outer side ribs, keep reaching. Now bend the left leg a little bit deeper without sinking in your belly. One more breath. Push strong into the back heel. Lift the back inner thigh and reach with your arms. Then release. Bring your hands to the mat. Fold forward over your left leg. Straighten the left leg. Adjust the stance if it feels a little too long. Let the head drop. Good. Bend your left knee. Step your back leg forward. Bring your hands to your hips and come on up to stand. So don't think of this as like a full practice. Again, this is a workshop. This is just designed to get some new awareness in your body. Sit back into chair pose, hands on your hips, and now work the same actions. Roll the outer side ribs up, move the upper spine and up off the buttock, and now taking the arms up, start to make the biggest circle that you can with your arms, reach all the way up. Now, come on, reach with the arms. Move the upper spine in, lift up your belly. Now join the palms together, look up and push the palms to the ceiling. Keep lifting. Press to stand, bring your arms to your side. So this is like kind of the principles for how to open and move your upper back. You can use this for all the poses, but we're using specific poses today. Come to lie on your back. All right, now that you've rested on your back for a moment, come to sit in Dandasana. So sit with your legs stretched out in front of you, arms at your side. Same actions here. Roll the outer side ribs up to the ceiling. Move the upper spine in. Move the lower spine in too so that you're not rounding in your back at all. Keep that as you twist to your right. Put your left hand on the outside of your right leg, right hand behind you. And now use that left thick rib to help you twist. So move that left, see how I'm putting my hand on that rib and I'm turning that rib more? And the more I turn, the more my upper spine wants to sink back. So I keep moving my upper spine in and up. The sternum lifts, the shoulders roll back. And I can feel my thighs wanting to grip up as I do this, so I release the tension in my top thighs as I keep moving in and up and lengthening. See if you can turn from that thick rib just a little bit more. Maybe even the gaze turns as the right shoulder rolls back. Then come back to center. Twist to the other side. Put your right hand on the outside of your leg, left hand behind you. Move that upper spine. I'm pointing to where I want you to move. Move that. Roll your right thick rib. Turn from there more. Don't let yourself sink back. There's a lot of heat and energy here to try to make yourself sit up straight. Let the top thighs release. Keep lengthening as you twist. So turn the chest more. And the last part, maybe turn the gaze. Keep rolling the shoulder back. Breathe steady. Stretch through the legs. Let the thighs descend. Now lift up one more time and come back to center. Then lie on your back again. And we're going to do bridge pose, working the same actions. So you can use these actions for all of your back bends. We're just going to do bridge today though. So press your heels down, lift your hips up. Start with the shoulders. Roll the shoulder tips open so the chest is open. Now start to lift those back ribs. Move the upper spine in, right where I was pointing. As you move that upper spine in, away from the floor, lift the sternum. Now as you do all these actions, again, like when we practice with Tadasana with the strap behind the neck starts to get like short and weird. So keep the neck lengthening, like you're getting that strap at the back of your skull pulled away from your shoulders. Lower yourself back down. Take a breath. Gently, gently bring the knees into the chest and let the back start to release. Now straighten the legs. Take the legs as straight as you can with your arms at your side. Take your arms up to the ceiling and reach the arms overhead. Think of lengthening through the back body and the front body now. So not just the front body. Now slowly start to bring your feet towards your face, and your buttocks will start to lift up off the floor a bit. And we're just going to take some time to let the back spread and release after all those like back bending actions that we did. So first I start off low here, just letting my back, mid back spread. Then I lift the butt up just a little bit more, and I move more into the mid upper back. This is kind of like doing upside down seated forward fold. So here I feel the muscles in the back and the upper back start to spread and release after all those actions you did. Knees can be bent if your hamstrings aren't very open. All right, roll yourself out from there. Take Shavasana, lie flat.